Well, the Matric class of 2021 is eagerly awaiting the results announcement by the Basic Education Minister, Angie Mhlanga. Our education reporter, Mahlako Komane, is standing by at the M1 studios in Auckland Park for us. Of course, a lot of anticipation for that announcement later tonight. I hope you can hear me now, Mahlako.
Thank you indeed, Nompu. We are here at the SABC in Auckland Park at the M1 studios. Just a few hours, before that big announcement at 6 o'clock. But we know that just before that, we will be getting the technical briefing at 4 o'clock, just to, get what happened in terms of that class of 2021, the technicalities behind the marking, the logistics, and so forth. But I think also with a lot of matriculants right now, just counting down those hours in terms of, receiving their results from midnight is the question of, how are we registering to ensure that we get the results? Will we be going to get newspapers? I think maybe just to affirm and confirm what we have already heard in terms of the issue of the publication of the results, how is it going to happen? But I think also those that choose to have their results sent to them digitally. I am joined by Basic Education's Mhlanga, and let's just ask him in terms of those learners that just want to find out, how do I go about making sure that 5 past midnight, I have my results and I'm okay. I did hear him saying to me earlier on that he knows definitely over 100,000 of learners had registered to try and ensure that they get those results from as early as midnight. Mr. Mhlanga, thank you so much. In terms of the registration, how does it work? I know that we have been getting a lot of calls in terms of how do we register, what is the process? Are you able to run us through that?
Well, yes, we can. There are different platforms, and good afternoon, Mahlako. There are various platforms. The number I was referring to was a number that was last given to me more than 24 hours ago by the SABC, because people are used now to the facility that the SABC has since made available. You go to the SABC website, you'll find the details there. You do need to register, and then you will be able to access your results after midnight. But the Department of Basic Education also has a similar facility where people have registered. The last time we checked, there were hundreds and hundreds of them who registered on that one. You needed an exam number as well as your ID number. Remember, we are still sensitive to people's personal information. We want to protect that. So we are asking people to furnish us with their details, which will ensure that it's the rightful owner of that information who will receive those results after midnight. But of course, the department wishes that everybody goes to the center where you wrote your examinations, where you are going to get your printed certificate, your printed statement of results.
And also in terms of, you spoke about, the exam number, the ID number on the DBE's platform. This would be on your website?
Absolutely, it's the website. But also if you go to the SABC website as well, it requires you to enter some detail, as indicated earlier, that we worried about people's personal information. So there is some security features that are there that will enable you to access your results if you are able to furnish the right information on there.
And the newspaper issue, we know that there was that court case. Have you already started sending out that particular information? Will, matriculants, families and so forth be able to buy newspapers tomorrow morning and start getting that particular information as well?
Yeah, in fact, you're raising an important point. We hope it will be tomorrow morning, because what we have observed over the years was that some newspaper houses would break the embargo. And that's an issue that we have raised with them and will continue to do so, especially now because we have the POP here that we need to think about in everything that we do. So on the same day of the court ruling, we met with all the media houses who had requested to access the results. We agreed on a process which was going to allow them to access the results. We are busy with that right now. Today we gave them the login details, which are not active as yet. You might log in, you won't find the results until the time that we have promised you. So you need to wait for that. But we are assisting them to access the results, so they will be able to print them out and make them available to those people who are wishing to access them via the newspapers.
And also, I think, Elijah, in terms of that registration, let's go back quickly to that registration. I just want to understand the SABC as well as the DBE's online registration. How long does it take? How long, if I go in right now or a learner goes in, will I be done registering in 5 minutes? Can I be guaranteed that at midnight I'll be able to access this?
Yeah, it sounds like you are anxious. Well, yes, it takes a few seconds, but we know that there are a lot of people who are going through the system now to log in. But it doesn't take long, and these websites are zero-rated as well, which means whether you've got data or not on your mobile device or any other device that you might be using, you won't need to pay anything. That's the advantage that we have. So, yeah, please try there, go, but otherwise just be patient, wait a few more hours and go to your school and collect your statement.
And also, I think in terms of everything I see, we are already beginning to set up. Is everything from the DBE's part, are we good to go for tonight?
We're good to go. We've been here all morning. In fact, we are in our third meeting now. The DG is outside this room in another auditorium. That's the good part about SABC. We've got lots of venues. He's there meeting teacher unions and meeting other stakeholders as well, just briefing them on the results as per our normal protocols so that they're not surprised, because we work with them throughout the year. So it's not just about results. The work that we put in to support learners, they are part of that. They support us and they make sure that their organizations urge the teachers to make sure that they sacrifice over weekends, over holidays to support the learners. So we ready. The minister, as you saw, she has done the breakfast session with the top achievers, and now she's preparing to come over here. The speech is done, it's ready, just waiting for the time really.
And also, are we able to twist you up? Can we expect any surprises this year?
There are always lots of surprises. I know you're talking about the pass rate. That I won't tell you, but there are other surprises. I know that you always analyze the results. I know we'll be talking beyond this. There will be many other surprises that are going to be there in the technical report. Focus on the technical report. At 4 p.m. this afternoon, the DG will be delivering the technical report. So there are many trends there that you might need to look out for. I think that's where the surprises will be. Let's forget the pass rate. That's just for the celebration. But the technical report will actually take you to the systemic issues that the department has been attending to improve the system, to make sure that we strengthen learner support programs across all our provinces.
Thank you so much, Mr. Mhlanga. You've heard there that is Elijah Mhlanga from the DBE just telling us, we tried to twist his arm to tell us he's refusing to relent with that information. But what he has definitely told us now is that teacher unions and other stakeholders are currently in a meeting in one of the auditoriums around the SABC in terms, they're getting that briefing in terms of what is going to, I suppose, what we're going to hear tonight. Also just speaking to the issue of the technical report, saying that we need to focus on that. We are going to bring that live to you at 4 o'clock this afternoon, saying that it's going to speak to systemic issues, obviously with education not only being about, your grade 12, but we do know that the historical context of what education is and how it is, given to South African learners is systematic. The issues that the department has always said that they would work through. I suppose also just trying to balance that equation in terms of the inequalities that exist within the system. So I'm also quite interested, and I think please do join us for that technical report at 4 p.m. this afternoon, just to get these surprises that we are expecting to see there. But I think also at 6 o'clock is that big announcement as well. But also we also spoke about the issue of that registration of results. You can go to the DBE website as well as the SABC website, speaking to issues of you need identification. So I, as Mahlako, who didn't write Matric this year, cannot register. But as a learner, as parents, I think maybe encourage those learners to be able to register on those two websites. The ID number is important there, as well as the exam number. I think those are just some of the important information that you will need to have to access, the results from midnight. But definitely 4 o'clock, we will be here with that technical report brought to us by the DG, the DBE's DG at 4 o'clock, as well as 6 o'clock will be our big announcement. But I think everything seems to be, going according to plan. Everybody's just running around. But Mr. Mhlanga saying from his side, everything, they're just literally waiting for the clock to strike 4 and 6. It's back to you, Nompu.